the recording. Yeah, very good evening, everyone. So first of all, I welcome you all for this AWS Solutions Architect training program. Yeah, we are actually doing some of the core modules. Yes, absolutely. So especially in the storage area. Yeah, we have introduced already the compute domain, and we did the instances also. And then yesterday we have gone through a presentation initially on the storage. So yes, day for yesterday we saw about that. We learned about what is EBS. We also learned about what is the object class storage, and then we learned about what is S3. So along with that, we also have gone through outline about this storage gateway and also this what we call as the glacier. So we will also introduce about Snowball and other things very soon. So in our yesterday's class, we have gone through the S3, especially simple storage service in Amazon storage. Okay, Amazon storage service domain especially. So yes, we have gone through the important features, especially in S3. So we were continuing yesterday's, the day before yesterday's S3 features, like we created static website the day before yesterday. So we did the similar versions uploading and of course the index HTML, especially what we have done day before, same thing we did. And then we learned about what we call as the policy. So the most important thing is called as the policy. Okay, please remember, policies are very, very important to understand. So especially in the development environment, these policies are very, very important. And these policies can be written in JSON. So yesterday I had given you a sample policy, how you can basically set up. I mean, earlier we did with ACLs, the same thing we have gone through with a policy. So what is that policy which is written in JSON? The version and of course will be there. Resources we have to define, and then we can define the parameters. So what do you want? Basically, which users want? So yesterday I have given a particular bucket to get a bucket, and inside the bucket contents, asterisk is the wildcard. Please remember, asterisk is the wildcard. Okay, please remember. Otherwise, you can specifically go through. I mean, you can specify which file or a folder you want to provide access, and also to which type of user. Okay, which email ID or which user, multiple group of all these things. So we understood and we applied that policy. I mean, after applying the policy, we could see that the website is functioning the same like what we have done using this AWS, what we call as this ACLs. Okay, later on, yes, after learning about the policies, we also learned about the life cycle rules. Okay, where you can define the life cycles. I mean, for a period of 30 days. After 30 days, where do you want to do? You can define the rules like standard to standard, maybe a glacier or a deep glacier or 365 days, whatever you want, you can define in the glacier. I mean the policies. Sorry, not in the policies. That is the life cycle policy, life cycle rules. So we learned about that, and also we understood that the day for yesterday itself, what is versioning also, right? Those are very, very important. So else we have gone through other things, things like encryption, things like what we call as Cloudtrail. So I specifically mentioned about Cloudtrail means event logging in. So we can go through that event logging in also. All right. So yes, we also saw about the notifications, all the features one by one we have gone through the security features. I mean the permissions and of course the properties, almost all we have gone through. We also understood about what is CORS. We also understood about cross-origin resource sharing. So you can share to other buckets also, but these things are priced. So yes, these are all the features. And anyway, these practical things will make you more, I mean, what we call as more understanding strong, the strength. Yes, any questions which you have, please let me know. So that is fundamentally we have learned about the object class storage, object class storage. If you have any questions, you can ask me. And also still, yes, during our class, I will also be mentioning about the other things like maybe The storage gateway, I just introduced about the storage gateway. If you want to have a data transfer from on-site to off-site, you can configure storage gateway. That's all is the necessary. We can't set up storage gateway. Those are all not, doesn't come under free time. So if you want to transfer anything, normal transfer is different. Storage transfer means storage gateway transfer means in a bulk you can. Later on, I'll also specify what is Snowball and also data sync. These two are the questions which may come in the exam. Snowball, I'll just explain, just listen. Just listen. We are not going to do anything on that, but I'll also share my screen. Yeah, I hope you all can see my shared screen. Someone say yes or no?
Yes, sir. So
Okay.
one thing, can I interrupt? Just
yeah, you want to ask a question? Yeah, please follow.
Yeah.
Please
So you said that is a storage gateway. Is that the same of transfer acceleration that you highlighted yesterday?
Transfer acceleration is something different. Transfer acceleration, yesterday I specifically mentioned, you have a bucket, you have data. So from the onset, if they want to get a speed and a priority based download, priority based means that you'll get a better bandwidth, better latency, etc. So there is that is called as transfer acceleration. So probably it may be using the CDN network, I don't know. So, but that will be given a much better, you'll get a much better data transfer speed in various locations, which they are distributed locations if there are. So we can choose that. If customer demands for more speed, then yes, you can use transfer acceleration, but don't use in FreeTime, it is charged. Yeah, Shank, got it?
Yes. Yes, I got it. So storage gateway is something different.
Something different. Storage gateway is that you have an on-premises data center or on-premises servers. Okay, you want to, you have a huge data, 5 GB or 5 TB or something data which you have, you want to transfer that. How will you transfer? Just copy paste won't work. You define the storage gateway and then start transferring. It will use, right? Storage gateway is absolutely necessary for data transfers between on-site to off-site, right? And also from one region to another region also, right? So this, you need to define the gateway. If you have a gateway endpoint, you use that endpoint and then start it. So you can use transfers like NFS, you can use transfers like maybe what we call as at a later stage, you will understand about EFS, that is NFS or EFS is same. And also maybe a kind of what we call as maybe like to your volume, maybe to your volume, or maybe to your Windows-based share file system, etc., etc. Many types of transfers are there. So, but the gateway is essential. So, see, in a house there are about 10 flats. Okay, I'll tell you. But how they can go out or how they can come in? By the gate. So you need to define the gate. From that gate only data can come in and can go out. So gate is essential. You need to define that. Then only data can go from your cloud or can come into your private cloud. Okay. Yeah. So now I'm going to explain about first is the Snowball. So I'm telling you this is mainly an archive device, archival devices used for archives. Like I'll give an example. You have approximately 100 GB or 500 TB of data. TB. It's not GB, it's TB. Okay. So 100 TB, if you start transferring in your maybe line of maybe if you are having about 100 Mbps line, imagine you are having a 100 Mbps line. If you start transferring about 50 TB or 5 TB, it will take approximately a month's time. A month's time. And how can you stop your business also? The whole bandwidth will be choked. Yes or no? If you are having higher transfers or higher bandwidths, probably you can surrender some part, but not completely. But how will you transfer all the data to on-site? On-site, especially you might be having a huge data transfer database or something like that. You want to migrate to cloud. So how do you do that? So there are many features, many ways of doing that. So if you are having lower bandwidth and if you cannot surrender the bandwidth, okay, which you are having, especially when you are using for day-to-day things which are there. So how will you do? You can use a Snowball. Snowball. Snowball is a device. I'll show you just in Google. Okay. at how a device like that it will be there. Snowball. I'll say AWS Snowball. Okay, Edge or mobile, anything is okay. You can see this Snowball device. You see this? This is a device. I hope everyone can see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, we can.
Yeah. This is a Snowball device. You define how much storage you want to transfer. You can suppose if I have 5 TB. What happens is that this device is generally located in every locations. Every location, it can be Hyderabad, or it can be Bangalore, or it can be Pune, or it can be Chennai, or Delhi, Noida, whatever it is. So if you want to transfer about 5 TB, so what the Amazon people do, they will set up this 5 TB inside this particular device. 5 TB of hard disk or storage or whatever it is. Okay. And then this one is completely protected to your account. Only access. I mean that the data, when it is coming to your location, a courier boy will come and bring this box to you. A box, this box, which is kept because you ordered for that 5 TB of data transfer, you want to do that. So he'll come. And this can be accessed only with your credentials, with your login ID and password. So you can connect it locally. Once you connect it locally, you can transfer like your hard disk transfer, etc., into this particular system, into this particular. It can be a USB or SATA or whatever it is, it will be there. So the 5 TB, a little bit more higher side only, it will be there always. So once you have completed, tell the Amazon people, he'll come and collect the box, and then he'll be sending it to the nearest regional data center. Nearest regional data center, maybe in Mumbai. So he will take that maybe in a half a day or 1 day, immediately in express. It will go to that destination, and once it has reached the destination, it will be connected to the cloud, and you can log in into the device using your credentials, and you can transfer the data from the data center to your location where you have your storage gateway. So this makes it very simple. You no need to surrender the bandwidth and all these things. So overall, you can think a day's time will be required. A day or 2 days maximum time will be required to transfer the entire data. This is how we call a Snowball Edge or Snowball Mobile or whatever it is. These are the devices. Okay. So this is offline data transfer. Offline data transfer where you are transferring into a disk. Once the data transfer is done, the complete what we call as the data which is there inside the device gets what we call as terminated. Please understand that, and no way again data can be retrieved. So that is again you have to do everything. The data termination can be done once this device data has been transferred. This is one way. This is offline, where you get your device and then you transfer it. You see this one here, how Snowball moves. Create a job, connect to the Snowball, copy the data, and your data is moved to S3. S3 or maybe what I said is like your NFS server or EFS server or any of the servers it can be accordingly. You define your storage gateway and accordingly. So this is one way. Maybe you may ask me, this is the only way? How we do online? I have about 1 Gbps line or maybe 10 Gbps line, high speed line. I can sacrifice, no problem, and I have only 5 TB of data, 5 GB of data, and I want to transfer all the things during the weekend. You can do that. There is a service called as data sync. Again, I tell you, there is a service called as data sync. Please note down in your notebook, always essential. Okay, so not all the things which we do, only labs will be helpful. There are many things which will be helpful. As I just mentioned about AWS, all the storage elements only. Storage gateway. I spoke about AWS Snowball. Now I'm speaking about AWS data sync. Data sync is a service. What happens is that data sync in this one, this is a high-speed data sync. So what happens is that it will establish a path from your on-site to off-site. So many people do plan for data migration services. They want to migrate because this type of questions you get in the real time. So I have a huge data. How do I migrate? So these are all various methods. Snowball is one. Data sync is also another one. Data sync is an online service. If you have high-speed lines, what happens is that your data can be sent to the cloud directly on S3 or on Net NFS service or on Windows file server or etc. etc. Anywhere you can. You just define the source and you just define the destination. Once you define the source and the destination, the path is set, and then automatically the data flies from your location to the destination at a very high speed. High speed. This is called as data sync service. I hope this is clear. So you can see this, yeah, data sync. This is also a storage service. I'm not doing, these are all priced. I just want to tell you because these are the types of questions you may get in the exams also. So AWS data sync simplifies, automates, and accelerates the meaning, moving data. Data sync is an online data transfer service. So please, whenever I say this, all these things, please go through this one. This is the caption, make a note of all these things. And these captions also a little bit, these 3 lines is very, very important. I often say to all the members also, during the exam, you get most of the time in these 3 lines and in this one. These particular lines from the heading, you get direct questions, at least 3 or 4 questions. So if you learn these captions very well, you can do the exam very easy. And also, even in the interviews also, even if you tell the caption, this particular one, they will be happy. So you understood the service. That is all the thing. So there are about more than 40 to 50 services for a solutions architect which they need to know, right? So that's why I always say that please go through the services, all the things which are there. So data sync is an online data transfer, simplifies, automates, and accelerates moving data from on-premises storage system and AWS storage services, okay, as well as between the AWS storage services. Any questions from anyone? How it works? You can just understand this one. To transfer between on-premises to AWS, deploy an agent. So agent is nothing but you have to define the source and the destination. That is called as an agent. So once you deploy the agent, what happens? Create the task. So define the task, what files you want to send or what directories you want to send, what volumes you want to send, etc. from your source and destination. That's all. Start the transfer. Start the transfer. You get it. You get it. Okay. If you want to go through the real time how it happens also, I have created a video because I cannot do this video. I cannot show you this video now. Sorry, I cannot show you live also because it incurs a lot of charges. So what I did, sorry, not this. What I did is in your Google Drive, I have kept a video for you. So just I'll show you that video at leisure time. You can see it's not necessary. Again, I say it's not necessary that you need to basically go through the video, I mean, by heart or master anything. Just understand the caption. That is it. Certain things I tell you, you need to do means you need to do. So in sessions itself, I have made video in session 19. You can see this, not 19, 18, I think. You can see this last, but one new services, I said, new services. So here you can see this data sync demo. So about 18.8 MB is there. You can just see this one. It is a recorded one. And there is some kind of what we call as explanation also. So whatever I have explained will be there in that data sync demo. At a later stage, you can see that particular one. This one, data sync. Right. So just I explained about the data sync also and Snowball. So there are 2 types. Snowball Edge is also there. Snowball, what we call as mobile is also there. Mobile is also there. The device is portable size, smaller size. We call it mobile. Nothing more. Yeah. Any other questions before we move ahead to some other topics? That is, I'm changing the domain and again I'll come back to compute and storage later.
So, is this a data sync something similar to replication or DR replication kind of thing, or like is replication is again different? This is only specific, like whatever objects we want.
On-site to off-site transfer.
Okay.
Replication is something different. I'll teach that in compute itself. We have replications.
Okay.
It's not, we don't call it as instance replication, we call it as high availability. I'll speak about it.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions from any other member? So yeah, please ask any type of questions related to storage. So please go through the important points in storage also. It will be highly advantage for all of you. And please do all the exercises. Time to time, my suggestion is that do have patience in doing the exercise. Don't go very fast. Just read all the things, captions, everything. Please go through that. That is the only way where you can really easily win your solutions architect exam. And also maybe in the what we call as in the real time also. They should get a confidence that when they hire you, you can really take up the opportunity. I mean, end to end, all the tasks you need to do. Yeah, there are no questions. See, one more thing which I want to tell you all. One more thing which I want to tell you. A couple of things. I just stopped the sharing. Yeah, please listen. There are some suggestions which I wanted to give you. Like this, if you want, you can buy a magazine like this. This one, a nice magazine, I tell you. I'm only giving you a recommendation. I'm not making mandate. So some people do ask me, sir, what are all the type of things which I need to? So for everyone to be successful, I tell you, one is the 4 quadrants. The 360 degree of learning is always essential. The first degree is the first quadrant, which you see, plus and plus is classroom training. That's must. And also the second one, which you have to do, is to do your lab exercises, whatever it is. Those things are mandated. And the other things which will virtually help you for your knowledge and also for your, I mean, you have to scale up, right? In whichever technology you are, you have to read good books, reference books, which are there. That is the another quadrant which is there. That will give you what we call as additional thoughts or inputs. Okay, please go through books. So these are some of the magazines which is there. I don't know if it is mirrored. I think I need to set up that. So, but still, you can understand this issue, open source for you, which is available in commercial stands. So even if you want, you can subscribe. Every month, he'll give you beautiful articles. This time, he has given cloud computing, cloud management, especially made easy. Nice book. So for 100 rupees, you are getting a book means it is nice. It's nice. You can really explore the things which are there. The contents, what is happening latest, all the things, the trends, and of course the papers, the research articles, and what companies say, etc. All the things. I'll show you some of the things. This is only just for some of them who are interested. You can see this one. There is an article which has been written, Python microservices using Flask on Kubernetes. Some of you may not know about what is all this stuff. Just start reading. Just start reading. It will be highly advantage. Later on, you will realize, yes, I started going through all this thing. Many things may not be understood, but this is how we learn. This is how we learn. You can do Google and you can also get through some of the things. But this is one of the nicest book I saw. See how HR policies can mitigate inner source challenges. There is another article like this. You see this one. And similarly, I saw some more articles also related to cloud technology. Most of the things are on cloud technology. AI computers get expensive very fast. You can end up spending only $1,000. One article. It may not be directly intended, but I saw some of the things. Yeah, focus. The focus means the next part, half of the part is only on this. Cloud management. So you'll give all various kind of aspects. Workspaces. Okay, cloud workspaces. Yes. And the cloud workspaces and overview. You can see this one, this part. Right. Maybe he has given a detailed notes on this cloud overview and the platforms that help deploy AI and ML applications on the cloud. And this is a nice article which I read today. Nice article. He has explained about if you are especially into data sciences, my suggestion is that please go through this type of books. He has given several URLs also. You can see at the bottom several URLs, and especially on AWS. This is what which he has mentioned on AWS. Almost all the services which are related to AML, he has explained beautifully. This particular one, And also one more article also I saw on AML, how companies can benefit from Amazon Cloud Native AI and ML services. This one also is nice article. He has given all the services which are listed here, and it will be helpful once if you do one of the certification or something like that in AWS itself. Monitoring and debugging the Kubernetes with the Lens desktop. So I like to this magazine. So I'm a subscriber. Maybe if you want, you can subscribe also. But I'm only suggesting you all serverless computing again overview. This is again another article. So whenever any time pass you want to have, you can go to a complete guide to cloud service architectures. This is another one article which is there. Just go through. And if you are good in writing, you can also contribute to the what we call this. To many of us, like to the papers. You can write your own papers also, especially some of them are in students' background. They can really contribute this type of things, which will be helpful. Right. So this is one additional thing which I wanted to tell you. One more important thing which I wanted to tell you. So already everyone I had given the access for Canvas. Canvas. I hope some of you has logged in, some of you has still not logged in also. My suggestion, please log in. So I'll just explain before I start with today's topic. I'll just explain about before I start today's topic. So here, once you see this one, this is the dashboard. Once you log in, your course ID is to 23,299. So this is your course ID. So this is the cloud computing. Once you log in, I'll just show you.
The screen is not sharing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're able to see my shared screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Yes.
So I tell you, this is the dashboard. See, all of you are aware of this one, right? I have given AWS Academy.instructor.com. Instructor. This is a nicest what we call as academy credentials which has been given. There are some students who join only for this. Only for this. You will see the greatness later one by one. Okay, one by one. So as I have given, some of you has already logged in to this course, that is 23,299. That is the course ID for you. So again, I tell you, I just go to the student view. What exactly you are seeing? This is the board. This is how it looks like. Once you log in, you can see this. This is the one which is you can see this. This is the dashboard. But let me tell you who all has student view, who all has done and who all has not yet done, because all the things I can really go through. I mean, people, this is all your batchmates. Yeah, Jiva has already signed in. He has worked about 30 hours. Yes, I can see. And I can see Sai also doing about 10 hours. No, this is half an hour. Sorry. This is 10 hours. He has worked on something last August 3rd. This is me. And of course, Vamshi has also logged in. About 2 minutes he has signed in. So my suggestion, others also please sign in. Please sign in. So the links and all those things already I had sent everyone. Already I have sent earlier itself. Okay. If you are facing any difficulty, just do let me know. If you want, once again, I can send intimacy. Yeah, I'm sending once again. Please accept.
Hello.
Yeah.
Like, so these from this account we need to log into AWS and we need to. Okay. Actually, I was using some different account, which was like which I have created before 4 months.
This one, right?
This one AWS.
Entire account. Leave this one. I'm not speaking about this. We are using this one for the past 1.5 weeks. I agree to this one. I'm not saying about this one. This one. This one is AWS Academy.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, I try yesterday. I was trying to do that. It was asking. I have a Canvas account or create my account. I should go with that create account.
Yeah, you need to create your account.
Yeah. Okay.
You need to create your account. So these people already has created account. Sai, Jiva, and of course Vamshi. You need to create account. If you are not able to understand how to create account, etc., you please go through these sessions, the first folder itself, the first one, sessions 1. Okay, setting up your account, especially which is the one, you can see this, where is the one? AWS Academy logging in, MP4, that is about 22 MB is there. Right? This one, Academy logging in. You have to sign your credentials. So you see this one, how to sign in, how to do all these things, etc. will be shown here. So this is the mail you got. The mail ID which you have subscribed, which you have given me, that you will see this course invitation. You will see this course invitation. Right? This is how it looks like. You can see this particular one and just say get started. Now also I had sent a mail recent. So go to student login. So it will not allow you login because there is no password. Right? It will not allow you. There is no voice for this one. It's only self-explanatory. So just say forgot password and give your mail ID. Exactly, it should match the mail ID. And request for password. The password will come within 30 minutes. Sometimes it will come in 5 minutes also. Okay, you can check your mailbox for the password.
The email ID, the one which we shared with you, right?
Yes, absolutely. Don't try with the other mail ID. I forgot my mail ID. That's not acceptable answer. Wait for 30 minutes and check your password, especially. So it will be there in your the Gmail. You'll get a password. Yeah, you got it. Forgot password Canvas. So I got it within after 10 minutes. Sometimes you may be lucky if you are getting in even 1 or 2 minutes also, but max is 30 minutes. So forgot password, and you can set your password. You can set a new password. So you can set your new password and then you can start logging in. The username is your mail ID and your password is same. So start logging in. This is only for your reference. So once you sign in, you can see your dashboard like this. You can see your dashboards, right? The courses, etc. The course which you have been signed. Modules also. So this is the ones you are done. You can see all the modules. 15 modules are there. If you have not done, please do it today itself. Okay, congratulations, done. Okay, this is there in sessions 1, how to do all those things. Right. Now I want to tell you something most important. Something most important. Please sign on, everyone. Please complete this.
I have done. I didn't sign on.
You done sign on? I can refresh and see whether you have done it or not. The 5 annotations haven't been accepted. Okay. Yes, yeah, Shashank. Yes, it has been signed in August 3rd, 7th. Right. I can see that. I can see that. So whatever are the activities can be seen. So the beauty of this particular one. So other people also can do now or later also, no problem. But if you are not signing in for the next 3 days, I may remove the account also. Because I need to tell, we need to provide all the report statistics also to Amazon time to time. Because already I have created the classroom. Yes. So and then the activities also needs to be done. So again, I tell you some certain important points for all of you. Certain important.
Is there anything validity, like how long this will be valid for, or like it's?
Yeah, it is. You can see the last date also. I think I have given. I'll show you the last date. I think up to September 15th I have given. It's a good time for all of you, right? September 15th I have given.
Yeah.
So yeah, now let me go ahead with where is that? Home modules. Okay, home. I'll just switch on to the student view. This is how you see. Okay, now I have switched on my screen like a student. So these 4 elements will be there for you. So the first one is home. You see this particular one. The second one is most important one is the modules. So this is the modules which are there. So you can see module 1, module 2, module 3. module 4, like that. You can see up to module 15, bridging to certification. Last is the certification resources. You have a sandbox also, I tell you. The beauty of this course is that you have a sandbox. The feedback survey, and last, if you have completed all the things, see, for each and every module, you have videos, almost all the videos which are there relatively. You can see this one, okay? And then you have a notes. You have a notes also. Student guide is there. You see this one, student guide. For every module, you have a student guide. Right? You see the module 2 student guide. It cannot be downloaded. It can only be viewed. It cannot be, but you can select the paste and copy paste also. Those things we can do. So if I say a student guide, so this is welcome to AWS architecting. You see this, how the student guide looks like. So it is loading. It is a Java console. If it doesn't start, we do once again refresh. Sometimes it doesn't. Even if you wait for half an hour also, it won't come. Just refresh. So this is AWS Academy. You see this one. This is the first 40 pages are there. Just go through this one. The contents. Welcome to AWS Cloud Architect. We'll define. So this is the PowerPoint presentation slides which are there from Amazon. You can go through in detail whenever you want. Whenever you want to know a little bit more details, you have this one particular one. Course objectives and overview. This is only a generic one which is there, But by the way, if you go a little bit detailed from module 2, module 3, then technicalities will be there. See here you have only cafe introduction. So along with the course, he has given a business case also. I tell you, business case. He'll introduce to all the characters in this business case. There are 5 or 6 people who are there. So go through this cafe introduction. So based on that, all the modules, he'll be giving you the scenario. There will be some 5 or 6 people also. Please understand, one will be a sales boy, one will be a developer, one will be a development, one will be something like that. So you need to basically define the client requirements, and then in that way he is giving that introduction to introduce all the members, right? And from module 2 onwards, you will see that. See this one. I already spoke about this global infrastructure. Okay, you can see that student guide is also there, and there will also be videos. You can see this one, well-architected framework. I didn't tell. I'll be speaking these things. Some of the things I have not described. I'll be speaking at a later stage. Well-architected framework is not spoken now. I'll be speaking at the last. But if you want to go through these things, you see this one. There is a video here, a small video. You can just this is about 8 minutes or 6.5 minutes. I don't know whether you are able to hear my screen's voice. Yes or no?
No, sir.
No. So you can do that later. Okay. Just go through that. Videos also are there. Most importantly, I'm only going through a glance for all of you. Okay. Most importantly, there is a knowledge check. That is very, very important. Knowledge check is nothing like a quiz. You get about 10 questions. And you need to answer minimum 8. That is 80 points you should get. No, 77 should be correct. If you don't get, do once again. You can have unlimited times reattempts. But you need to do that. So once this is done, this one will be marked as tick. If you don't get 70%, this will be marked as tick, but this will be marked as hyphen. Means that you have not completed up to the mark. Okay. So I will also show you. Slowly, maybe how to go through this knowledge checks, etc. So since we have completed the storage layer, yes, you can go through this. So this is knowledge check. So this carries 100 points for every what we call as module. Other than module 1, you have this knowledge checks. So if you see the storage layer, you have a knowledge check. You see this one. Whatever is circled, you need to do that. And from module 3, apart from your videos, apart from your student notes, you have even what we call as guided labs. This is the beauty. I tell you, there is a lab. So if I select this lab, please watch this one. If I select a guided lab, hosting a static website. Yesterday I have shown you also how to host a static website. Day before yesterday, in fact. So here he will give you with instructions. Guided lab means that with instructions you can do. With instructions. So here you can see the instructions here. You can, this is a terminal, you can switch off the terminal. Okay. So these are the instructions. You see this one. So what is that? After completing this lab, you should be able to create a bucket in S3, upload current content to your bucket, enable access to your bucket objects, update the website. This is the thing, objective. This is the objective. Scroll down. Scroll down. Here he has mentioned about what is AWS console and all this thing. So meanwhile, what you can do, once the lab is there, you can start the lab. Please follow the instructions very carefully. So I have just unticked this terminal. I don't require. You can start the lab. Just say start. It will take approximately 2 to 3 minutes. It's circling. Once the circling is over, the lab is ready for you. Lab is ready. So meanwhile, I'll just explore the instructions. So go through these instructions. So accessing the lab. So it is coming. Start the lab. Yes. Okay. That's okay. Just to click anywhere. Once the lab is ready, wait till the lab is ready. Now the task 1. So creating a bucket in Amazon S3. Okay. So here, once the lab is ready, you can select AWS. That's what he mentioned. You can choose AWS. It will open another screen, another window, so that your lab is ready. So again, I tell you, this is something different from free tier. I'm not at all speaking about your free tier. Free tier is this one. Where is this? This is your free tier account which you have created. This is the thing which I have given in the classroom, this canvas. Right. So once the lab is ready, you can select AWS. So automatically a pop-up will come, a pop-up window with your AWS browser, And now what he has given all the instructions in the AWS management console. Yesterday you see it, right? Select the services, choose S3. Guided lab means that every instruction is given to you. Choose create bucket. This is which is there in orange color. Once you are done, for the bucket name, enter maybe website -123, replace 123 with a random number, any other number, maybe 678, 101, 304, any other numbers which is there, whichever you want, because it should be unique for everyone. To create that, so verify that region is East 1 in object ownership enabled. So he mentioned very clearly ACLs enabled. First time we did that bucket with ACLs disabled. So here he asked select enabled and verify the bucket owner preferred is selected. Clear all the public untick that, block all public access. In one go he's showing you, and then select boxes that I acknowledge the current, and then create the bucket. So this completes the 10th step. So choose the name of the new bucket. Yeah, you have created already bucket. Go to properties tab and say edit and add a tag. So we didn't do this tag, you can do this tag. So he has mentioned that go to department, key value. So this is done, marketing, save changes. So go to properties, select this static website hosting, say edit, provide all the details. Like that, once this is done, task 1 is completed. Task 2, uploading the contents to your bucket. So just save these 3 files. I have given you the same files here. Index.html, script.js, style.js, CSS. If you want, you can just download and you can select and then upload to the bucket. Once this is done, enabling access to the objects. So how do you do that? So everything is guided. Make public via ACLs. You have done that. Updating the website, you can do that. So once all the things is done, you can say here, submit the lab. This blue color button is there, right? Submit. Then it will tell you how many points it has been allocated. If you have done all the things perfectly as per the instructions, you will get 100 out of 100. If you are not done properly, you can again correct all the things, and finally, how number of times you can submit. You can see the view. You can see the points. Once if you are happy, you can say end lab. So once you have end, all the resources gets destroyed. Now the lab is ready. I'll just show you. AWS, click that. So automatically a pop-up will open. You see this one, the pop-up is there. This is from the Vocal Labs. It's not your free tier account. It's exactly the same, which Amazon is giving you. Amazon is giving you all these things free of cost. So now, with the help of this one, you can say that what is the step which he has mentioned. I'll just show you the first part only. I'll not show you the complete part. So once this is done, you can see that in services S3. Okay, in services, you see this S3. Yeah, you have this S3. You can click that or go to storage and click accordingly. Next step, create a bucket. Choose. Yeah, you can see this orange button. Don't delete any of the other things which are there. It can be for something else uses. Create a bucket. So what did he say? The guidelines, please follow the guidelines. Don't experiment without, so this is not coming, that is not coming. It is a restricted lab. So website -123. So you can say website should be their name. You cannot give some other name. Website hyphen, maybe I'll say 301, anything. And then what did he say? He mentioned, okay, random number, any other random number also, okay. Public access is blocked by default, okay. And then region US-East-1. See that US-1 is there. Object ownership. So he asked ACLs to be enabled, ACLs enabled, and also I acknowledge. So here I'm enabling and also untick this particular one and just I acknowledge and say the other things. You can see this create a bucket. 10th one. Create a bucket. So the bucket is created. Same thing. It's a virtual environment. So the bucket, if it is not, then you can see you can replace the bucket name with something else. Click that. So now you are inside the bucket. We asked to click the name or choose the name. Properties, tags. So properties. So he's trying to teach you now how to assign the tags. Edit. Add a tag. So what is the key value? Department. And value is marketing. So I can say the same thing. Key value is department and value is marketing. The save changes. Yeah, this is done. The properties is done. You can see this, right? Save changes. Properties. Static website hosting panel. You can say this one. This we are there in properties. Static website hosting. Say edit and say enable. He mentioned that. Edit. Okay, enable. Hosting type. Host a static website. You can write that if you want. Host a static website. Yes. Index HTML, error HTML. You need to write that. Index.html, error.html. Still now I have not loaded anything. He mentioned all these things step by step. So in the static website, okay, bucket website endpoint, just the same. Yeah, it is done. It is done. You get an endpoint here. You see this one? Just click this one. You will get 403 forbidden. That's what he has mentioned. 403 forbidden messages because the bucket permissions is not good. Like that, finish off task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, all the things, and you can go for grading. Or you can say submit. Okay. Once you submit, it will. So I have done only part 1. Okay. I'm just submitting. I can see that whether I have done part 1 completely or not. You can see that. What it will also give you some points also. Submissions recorded. You can also wait for the grade, how much you got the grade. Like that, unlimited times you can submit. But once you end the lab, finish. So you got only 10 points. You got only 10 points out of 20. Right? So here he has mentioned very clearly, task 1, create a bucket. Task B, so this is one task 2, task 1A, 1B, files are not uploaded. I think from this part is not yet done. You can see that I got only 10 points. So if you get 20, yeah, you can see this 5. The other things I didn't get. Files are not uploaded and enable also is not done. If all the things are done, you'll get it. So once this is done, you can say end lab. End lab. Yeah, and this lab you can do unlimited times. End lab. End lab means all the resources gets terminated. So this resource, whatever is there, it gets terminated. You will not see all the things, whatever you have done. Finished. So you can close this one because lab resources are getting terminated. Finished. Because these assignments are must for all of you. All of you. Once this is done, and if you are getting a good grade in that, you can see this particular one. Where is this? This is the one. You will get tick mark here. If you are getting 80%, means 16 points you should get out of this one. I mean, out 16 by 20. If you are getting anything less, this will be red. If you are getting, otherwise it will be green. If you have completed this one, and then knowledge check, and one more thing which is there. So this is guided lab. Full guidance is given to you. Module 3. There is another one, creating a static website for the cafe. Now you know everything. You know everything. You can use this challenge lab. In challenge lab, you don't have instructions. Very limited instructions will be there. I hope everyone is able to understand. Very limited instructions will be there. And it is a challenge for you. Right, I'll show you. Yeah, you can see here. Yeah, I didn't start this one. Okay. So here he is giving a scenario. Frank and Martha are all the people who are there in the first one, cafe scenario. Please understand this. Nikhil, Sophia, all these people will be introduced in that. Please go through that. Anyway, that is not the thing. So after completing this lab, you should be able to host a static website on S3, implement a one-way protection, implement a data lifecycle strategy, implement a disaster recovery strategy in S3 at the end of the lab. Your architecture should look like something. This is the example, cafe website. So this is the website, static website, bucket name, so and so like this. So what is that? He has given, you can start the lab, all the instructions are given very clearly. A business request for the cafe, launching static website. Task 1, extracting the files. You can go through with the link. The files which are necessary are available here. A zip file, you can download and upload accordingly. Task 2, creating an S3 bucket. Instructions are very less here, very less. Only important instructions will be given. Only important. Uploading content to your S3 bucket. He will not tell you how to do. It is there, upload all the files. Okay. And you have question and answers also. In details, you click this particular details. You see this one in details, just say show this one. Lab not started. Once you have started, you will see the question and answers. You have to access that question and answers also. If you don't do that, points will be less. So question 1, he has asked you now. It will open in a new browser. Okay. So you have to specify that. Creating a bucket policy to grant public access. New business requirement, protecting a challenge 2. Task 5. Like that. I think task 5, you have a task 6, setting up lifecycle policies. Yesterday I spoke about all those things. Yeah, there is a task 7 also, enabling cars. Here you have this cross-region replication, where you can do that. I mean, you can have to multiple this thing. So you can do using this JSON. Yeah, submitting your work. So this is task, what is that? The challenge lab. So my suggestion, don't do challenge labs now. So once you complete your course, then you can start doing this challenge labs. So, but start doing these guided labs. Start doing these guided labs as and when possible. As and when possible. I'm not saying that today itself you start doing. You can do unlimited times, I tell you. Like that, module 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 is the last one, planning for disaster. 15th one is you have a wonderful project here, which is called as a capstone project. So until unless I specify, please don't do this project, because this contains some restrictions. If you do the project, you can do only 2 times. If you are unable to complete within the 2 times, you cannot do. You cannot do. And the whole effort will go. Whole effort will go. The complete effort till this time. Because the capstone project is loaded with only $60 US. So you have to do that $60 within the $60 US. So one time if you do $30 will be used. I'll tell you all those things. Don't do this 15th module. I'll help you for 15th module. So once you complete all these things, I tell you from beginning to the end, all the things. And if you are achieving more than 70%, you are eligible for your certificate. So you can see all these things also, the certification resources, certificate discussion, and all these things. Okay, skill builder also is there. I'll tell you about Sandbox. And once you get this particular one, this one will be highlighted. Claim your badge. Claim your badge. So once you click that claim your badge, you get a digital, badge where you can share to your LinkedIn profile, and also you can download a certificate of completion especially in this AWS architecting. You'll get a certificate, right? So these things are advantages for all of you, So here, I think I can show you a sample of how the certificate looks like. Question 19, I think it's there. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one. Graduate. You'll be getting a certificate like this. This is only certificate where you have completed, course hours completed, and you get a training completion. And this is the badge also. This is digital badge. You can select this link and you can see this particular one, the credentials, where employees also can really understand, this is genuine or not. This badge is issued on October 14th, 2021, like this. Once you complete, you'll get a badge like this, where you can share it to your LinkedIn also. LinkedIn. Okay. So that is always advantages. Always advantages. Whatever badges which you have, right? So please understand this one. Developer, not this. No, this is Academy educator. Okay, this is my instructor badges. Okay, so this is your academy. So, but once you complete even your examination, you can get a good certificate like this. Okay, you'll get a certificate solution. It is valid for 3 years. I tell you, once you write 3 years, after 3 years, you have to again rewrite the exam. There is no policy of giving again once again. So last year I wrote similar time, and again I have to get through that. But the original date of certification will remain. So 18 to 21 and 21 to 24. So 3 things. Last year, because of COVID, they have extended up to December. So during that time, they have given. Otherwise, they will not extend normal cases. But certificate remains the same up to 3 years. So you can gain all the certificates like that. Okay. So and also your digital badges also you'll get once you complete your certification, you get your digital badges also. You can see this is my solutions architect associate. So this is my solutions architect associate. You can submit these things to your recruiters also. You see this one, this is your solutions architect associate. Issued on the date and everything will be there. So expires everything. This is genuine way of see whenever you go for visa interviews or maybe client interviews or something like that. If you showcase like this will be added advantage. And my solution, everyone, please focus towards the target very clearly. Any support is needed, please ask me. Do not hesitate. So these are all the things, final things which I want to see you from all of you. At the day when you get all these things, I'll be the happiest person. I tell you, I'll be the happiest person. And relatively, if you want to ask me, there are some people who may say, sir, can I take this cloud practitioner? Yes, you can take this cloud practitioner also. If you are not very much, technically, if you are having some kind of, maybe I may not be able to start with cloud practitioner. If you want, yes, you can. You can upgrade yourself to solutions architect. See, in my case, I did only last year. Earlier, I did was solutions architect only. That is 2018. I wanted to know how this cloud practitioner questions are, so that's why I went for this exam. Otherwise, not required. Otherwise, not at all required. This one. If you are good in technology, this is enough. And of course, this is also a developer certificate which I did last year. This is the way. The more and more, you have that is the best in the industry. You get your logos and you get this is I think. Oh, this is my Pmi certification. So this is I did in 2005 this PMP certification. I think in India I was the top 5 certification which I did. There was no visibility at the time 2005. From 2005 till about 20 years, I am still maintaining the same certificate. So these are the things. And credentials, once you get, you need to also maintain your credentials. That is also a big challenge for all of you. I tell you, keeping your these things. As I mentioned that, yes, I also have this EC Council certifications also. This is the certificates which are there. Like you can see, this CEH is there. Certified Ethical Hacker. This I did in 2014. 23 till I think another 2 years is valid. certified ethical hacker. This is my instructor credentials also, I think. Yeah, this is council instructor. And yeah, I did my forensic investigation. Yeah, this is my forensic investigation. Yeah, you need to basically go through. And there is one more thing which I did. Yeah, master, CH master. So this is basically proving yourself that you can even hack the boxes. You know how to hack the boxes. Yes, you can become master. Here they'll give you a lot of boxes. You need to crack the boxes. Okay, and it's a quite challenging exam also. Yeah, you can even they offer the digital badges also. All the things you can see this. So gain such type of certifications. Well, you will always get more acquainted. And this is what which I tell everyone, just get your certificates. Still more are there, many more are there certifications. I think even I have Microsoft, what we call Azure certification also. Okay, and may not be, I have not approved it. This is CompTIA Security Plus is also there. Yeah, I have even Red Hat certification. It's mandate to prove to the client. Okay, now this is not the agenda. My essential topic is that for you to get this particular badges and course completion certificates. So focus from the beginning. Don't just focus at the end. Okay, so this is one thing. And one more thing which I want to tell you, all of you. There is one beautiful thing which is called as a sandbox environment. You can see this in sandbox environment. Excellent one which I have seen. Suppose if your free tier working is not working and you know that free tier is having a lot of limitations. You can only select only T2 micro. The limitation in this AWS Academy, you'll get only up to September 15th. After that, you cannot access. So, but till that time, you can access here, sandbox environment. Sandbox is like your AWS environment. You see this one. The limitations are very less compared to your free tier. Limitations are very less. So, what are the limitations? I'll tell you now. You can start the lab, you'll get this particular one. Okay, so I just this terminal. You'll be restricted to the following services. What all services you can use? Cloud9, CloudFormation, CloudFront, CloudShell, Cloudtrail. Okay, all these things. Of course, EC2 also. EC2 you can use. So what all instances you can use? Earlier in our case, only T2 micro. But here, T2 nano, T2 small, T2 medium, T3 nano, T3 micro, T3 small, T3 medium. All these instances you can use. We can use up to 35 GB. There it is 30 GB, here it is 35 GB. And AMIs, Linux, etc. Instances, maximum up to 9 instances you can use. Attempt to launch more instances will result in your lab account being suspended. Please remember that. Auto scaling you can do, load balancing you can do, IAM you can do, KMS, Lambda, RDS. Okay, you have RDS also. Here T3, T2 instances, micro, medium, and up to 100 GB is given EBS value on demand. So there are lesser number of restrictions compared to your free time. So S3 is also there, Glacier, all these things are there. So how to do this one? I'll same thing. Start the lab and use AWS. You get to know. Yeah, any questions from anyone? Yeah, is this fine? Please respond.
Yes.
Yes.
Is this nice?
Yep.
Simple, yeah.
This virtual lab we can access for longer time, right, sir? After the completion of the course as well.
Yeah, I have given up to September 15th. I think that's good time. Okay. Because I need to submit the course also. Today we are in August, September 15th. If you want, I'll extend another 15 days more. It's there with me only.
Okay.
But if there is no progression, then there is no point of extending also. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Sir, I want to complete, because target also should be there. If there is no target, then there is no point in extending. So I can extend. So maximum my role is that I need to submit whatever is the course by 2 or 3 months max. After 3 months, it's not good for me to extend also. I need to submit the feedbacks and all the things to Amazon.
Okay.
One more final thing which I want to tell you. Not only you are eligible for getting a certificate and also digital badge, you are also eligible for getting your 50% discount voucher. 50% discount voucher for your exam. Normally the exam cost is $150. So that once you complete, I can recommend on behalf of you to Amazon to provide you a discounted voucher. So the voucher will come directly to your mailbox. I cannot give you directly also. Amazon will scrutinize your working. Once if you are done, yes, you are. At least 70% of the things needs to be completed. If you do that, yes, I can recommend, and then you'll get a voucher. Is this clear, everyone? I'm giving you a complete scenario of all the things.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anyone
Clear, sir.
not yet clear? Please explain once again like that. You can ask me. So today I introduced the Canvas. Very, very important. Please sign on, everyone. Please complete your sign on, and I'll be monitoring all the things also. And also, I'll help you. I'm not saying that I'm just throwing it to you and I'll leave it. No, I'm not like that. I'll also help you. But do that. Do that. Start doing the exercise. And one more biggest help which I want to tell you is that for all the lab exercises, there are video recordings. I mean guided labs, and also for your challenge labs. Video recordings are there. I'm not saying that please see the video recordings in the first instance. Start doing. You can do unlimited times, right? So all the recordings are also there in this what we call as where is that? In your sessions folder itself. See this one, sessions number 21. That is the last one which is there. Voc labs, Vocaram labs. You see this one? In this, just go to. Okay, the challenge labs, the guided labs. Okay, guided labs and challenge notes also is there. Notes means the instructions, whatever is there. Suppose in the go to guided labs, all the videos which are there. Most important 3, 4, 5 years, part 1, part 2, 7, 9. So guided labs, no need of video recordings, but I did and I continued. So for challenge labs, yes, you have this video labs recordings also for most of the things, right? But I'm not saying that please watch all these things. In case if you are stuck somewhere, then you can go through. Okay, so it's always good to practice on your own and then come across. Yes, but still, I will be part of your helpful for all of you. If you are stuck or something, my aim is that all of you should learn successfully. Right. So now, yeah, there are no questions from anyone. So let us move to the next topic, which is called as database. So no questions from anyone?
Not yet.
No, nothing.
No,
So
sir.
everything well understood about this Vocaram labs. And it's a challenge for all of you to start. The more
need to go at least one time. Actually, I just did a login. I need to go to with one by one, and probably then I will get some.
Yeah. It's not overnight job. It is the next 1.5 months job. Right? You can always ask questions. The more and more you are technically sound and asking questions, the more happy I feel. Okay. So the interlink between you and me is only the technology. Please remember that. And my ultimate goal and aim is only my expectations from all of you is only your success. Your success. That's all I need. Nothing else. You should be successful. What are all the elements for you to be successful? You can always define, apart from whatever I am defining. So I'll always take up at priority, right? Right. Okay, so this is part and part. The effort needs to be done from the beginning. It's not that one fine day we'll start effort and we'll get it. No, the results will be good if you start putting their efforts. Already I have shared one important book. That is your AWS Solutions Architect. I don't know how many of you has taken print out and started reading. I just wanted to know out of curiosity.
Not taken a printout from my side. I just started from this laptop itself.
Any other answers from anyone?
And sir, one thing I just wanted to know, this labs, we cannot means we should not follow the module wise, means module one.
That's
we
why
can pick any one of them.
yeah. When the topic is complete, you can start doing. S3 is done, you can start doing like that. Yeah, from anyone others, I want to listen out of curiosity.
Yeah, I just went through few of the pages, but not completely.
Not taken it seriously. Anyone else? Yes.
Yeah,
Taken printouts and started reading.
Vamshi, you are taken a printout?
Yes, sir.
That's nice. That's nice. I think you you took it seriously. Any other? Any other? Raven, you were about to say something.
no, I would be using the digital version actually. I mean, as just went through few pages, but to start going through.
My suggestion before this weekend, just take a printout. It will hardly cost you 200 to 300 or 400 rupees. It doesn't matter. But thing is that once you have a hard copy, there are a number of benefits. Offline also you can read. Second thing, you can bookmark the things, important lines and everything, and you will feel like more reading. Digital way is that, I tell you, digital way in the classroom it is okay, like we do. And afterwards, you don't feel like reading in the digital way. Even when I read digital way, maybe 3, 4, 5, 10 pages, afterwards I get sleepy or something like that. My suggestion, because that will be a handbook for all of you till the end. Even if you pass the exam also, still that will be a handbook for you. It is an official book, Cybex. If you want to buy, that is 3,000 rupees. I've shown you that. So make use of that. You will feel like more reading. Okay. I hope my words are good enough for all of you to understand. Please start doing that. What's the Shashank?
Sure, sir. I'll take it seriously and I'll do this.
No, whatever I say is based on the people's success. People's success, I tell you. It's not that out of something else, nothing. So if you want to be successful, do that. Just follow my instructions. At one fine day, you'll say that, oh, sir, because of you, I passed. You will tell that. The people who are successful, many people say like that. Sir, initially we felt very, very difficulty, but later on, okay, while practicing all these things, we were. And many people often say only one thing. The exam which I have written, or before that I was 0 in cloud, and now I have written this exam only because of you and I qualified. That is the biggest appreciations which I get. And I feel happy for that. I feel happy. Right. So please do that. Please do that. Right. Let me start with RDS. Relational Data Services. RDS. You all know what is a database means. Can someone tell me what is database? Yes, please.
Yeah, with the all the application data or any transaction data or whatever kind of data is, I mean, either relational database or anything, like it can be stored in a place which can be retrieved and accessed anytime.
RDS is relational, means it is not like that you are inserting something. There will be some kind of rules and criteria.
See, you are taking me outside the box. My question is very simple.
The simple words, the database is a collection of the organized data stored in such a manner.
Absolutely. See, listen the question very carefully before answering. I didn't ask what is data. I asked what is database. Data can be different types, but I asked about database. What Naveen has said is almost near, and it is near. So it is organized. The keywords are organized. Organized means in what way? Yeah, please, everyone should answer. So that is how you really learn, okay? Because telling the right things. I'm not saying that you don't know, all of you don't know, you all know, but the right thing should come when the questions come. Many people often don't disqualify because they give extra information without the base information. Yes, please. Still more.
So organize data into tables, rows and columns.
Absolutely, there is something which has come up. Yeah, Shatvika has mentioned. So whenever you organize the data in the form of a table which contains rows and columns, that is called as database. I take that. Naveen has partially, almost he has initiated, and Shatvika has completed that. It is very simple. It's not very complex answer also. It is very simple. Any data which is organized. So you can say that unorganized data is not a database. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Unorganized or semi-organized is not called as a database. It's not called as a database. It can be called as a data. It can be unorganized, can be called as a raw data. Semi-organized is semi-organized data. We will learn about semi-organized or unorganized at a later stage, but now we will learn about what is database. So database mainly contains about tables. We also know about that. What is a table? Table contains rows and columns. So anything which we call as a structure is called as a table. Structure means that a defined shape. Like it is a character with 25 size. It's a numeric, so and so 5 numeric. It is a date. Date means a date size which is there, and only that fits. The data fits into that particular column. Only fits into that. So please understand. So can you name, my question again? Can you name the popular database which are available in the market?
MySQL.
MySQL, Oracle.
MongoDB.
MongoDB, Postgres.
MongoDB, is it what we call as a relational database?
No, it's a NoSQL.
NoSQL. So I'll not take that. Because it doesn't have what we call as relational.
So Postgres is one of them.
PostgreSQL, I take that. So I got answers.
Teradata.
MySQL, Oracle, MariaDB. What else? PostgreSQL. Yeah, what else?
SAP HANA.
Teradata.
Sorry?
Teradata.
Teradata? No.
SAP HANA database.
No. So those are all what we call as ERP applications. I don't call it as relational database. Maybe you can use a kind, but a popular relational database. Four we have done.
Microsoft
Actually,
SQL.
Teradata is also loading
Microsoft
database.
MS SQL is also one. Fifth one. You can note down.
Cassandra is also.
I'll tell you once again. I'll write down popular databases. We call it. What is the difference between database and relational database? Yeah. So these type of questions you can expect in the interviews. Yes, please. Please answer. I am only writing.
Database means like it's like a collection of or an organization of data set, whereas relational databases means we are specifying that the data has to be stored in form of a tables only. Whereas like normal database conditions, we can use like JSON and these kind of things also to store the data.
Okay, you're almost done. See, in relational database, you can set relationships between tables. Okay, you have table 1, you have table 2, you can establish some kind of queries or some kind of what we call as whether it is a transactional or whether it is relational or whatever it is, you can set some kind of criteria. Whereas in database, you can select only one. You cannot have relationships. So in relational database, you can have, a combination or connection or anything which is there. A kind of queries can be done in multiple tables. But we don't see tables, especially in what we call it. We have only a structure. That's all. We call this as a structure in database, but whereas in RDBMS we call it as a tables. So there is a small difference, and you can establish relationships between the tables also. Okay. So, and then you can extract, based on that, you can get the data accordingly. So this is the RDBMS. And now I'm just writing on the screen MS SQL, MySQL. So MS SQL is Microsoft SQL, MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, and what else did we speak? MariaDB. Okay, and I'll tell you one more thing which is there, which is Amazon's proprietary, which is called as Aurora. Aurora. So these are all the popular DBs which are available in the commercial market. I tell you, out of which MySQL is completely free. Again, I tell you, MySQL is completely free. Why? Because this is GNU. This is GNU. Whenever I say GNU means that the source code is available and it is free of cost. There is no charge for anything. There is no charge. But this Microsoft SQL is owned by Microsoft, Oracle is owned by Oracle, and of course, Aurora is owned by Amazon. Again, I tell you, Aurora is owned by Amazon. See, since this is, I don't know whether we use real-time Aurora or not, because since this is Amazon's, we need to learn about this particular one, because in the exam you may get questions related to Aurora. And what Aurora, Amazon claims that Aurora database is I tell you, 5 times faster than your MySQL. Oh, no, sorry, 5 times faster than your PostgreSQL. No, sorry, correct only. 5 times faster than MySQL and 3 times faster than PostgreSQL. Faster, he claims to be. He claims. So, and again, I tell you one more thing. Aurora is 100% compatible with MySQL and PostgreSQL. Compatible means that if you have already a database from MySQL, you can just use the database in Aurora also. The same thing. You can just tell from where the database has come across. It is from PostgreSQL. Yes, you can straight away start working with Aurora. No need of data conversion or something like that here. Okay, suppose if you have MySQL, if you want to convert to Oracle, there are some conversion tools, you can do that. Straight away you can't access. But here you can straight away access to this particular one. Is this clear, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now let us learn about how to create an RDS, because the website is front end. For every website, there is a backend that is called as your database. Whenever I say database from now onwards, it is RDS, Relational Database Service. So now what is RDS? RDS is again Amazon's terminology, Relational Database Services, which is completely managed by Amazon. Again, I tell you, it is completely managed by Amazon. What is completely managed by Amazon? You need not do anything. You can just tell the parameters in the beginning, that's all. Amazon will take care of everything. So whether to launch an EC2, no, you don't worry about that. Which, I mean, how to install the software, how to, I mean, all those things not required. Whether, what is the frequency of backup, what is again, to define about any version upgrades or, I mean, any things, security features or encryptions, all these things is completely managed by Amazon. You need not worry about these things. That is one beautiful thing. You can just focus on your customers' data, and that is called as fully managed by Amazon. I'll explain a little bit more about when we go through. So now for the thing is that, so here we will learn about the free tier, especially we will learn about how to create a MySQL database. Okay, because this is free tier. The other things are chargeable, and Amazon is not giving Oracle, or maybe Aurora also is not applicable, but yes, we can do that in what we call as in Canvas. Even MS SQL is not free. Okay, you can do MySQL or Aurora or PostgreSQL. That's all. A little bit he has given that. So let us learn about how to create a MySQL RDS on RDS. I mean the relational database, and how you can work across, connect across to the instances using instances, or maybe from the backend from your local system also. How you can do that. So here the task is very simple. Very simple. I'll just demonstrate. You can do it in Sandbox environment also. I'll show you from the Sandbox. If you're not ready, you can start doing it from the free tier. Both of them are same exactly. I just want to show you a demonstration on the Sandbox. So here I'm starting the lab. It will take a couple of minutes to get through. So even in your RDS instance also, here he has given you T2 dot and T3 instances. Okay, micro, medium, all these things you can use. But in free tier, you can use only T2 dot micro, nothing else. Nothing else. I tell you, only T2 dot micro. So once the lab is ready, you can. Meanwhile, everyone start getting ready. This what is this? What we call as in free tier also you can do that. Just go to your services and RDS, and in database you can select your RDS. RDS. Where is that RDS? Just select that. So get ready. Today I will show you how you can create your RDS server. Tomorrow I'll show you how you can set up your RDS server from the backend. So I'm showing you parallelly also Sandbox environment, exactly the same. You can do all your exercises even if you don't have free tier account from the Sandbox. And maybe once all of you are ready, we can do all the exercises from the Sandbox. Only at times we can use the free tier account. Ready, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Everyone else, yes. So if you are done, then you see this particular one, Amazon RDS, which is there. RDS, you can see this particular, this is the main menu. And you see this one as of now, see the things which are there. DB instances, nothing, 0. Okay. You see DB clusters, I'll explain about the clusters at a later stage, also 0. Snapshots, 0. Recent events also 0. Okay, you can see this particular one. Subscription 0. Parameter groups, I'll tell you about parameters group also at a later stage. Optional groups, all the things. Subnets also nothing. Will be 1 approximately. If you want, you can delete that also, but not now. Just leave it as it is. You see that the database instance is 0. Let me see whether my Sandbox environment not yet ready. So once the Sandbox environment is ready, I can click this AWS to launch my AWS here. Anytime if you get this AWS credential server, just log out and log in once again. You may be worried, still the lab is getting ready. How can you? After a period of time, you can start. It will take its own time, but it's okay. So this is from the Sandbox. This is from the Sandbox. You see this work labs / user, test user, etc., etc. Your ID will be displayed here. You can do from directly also, yeah, RDS. So I'm showing you how you can create your RDS server. So you can do from free tier account. I'm just showing you both of them are same. Okay. So now our experiment starts. Just say create database. Create database. I just explained about what is database. So RDS, especially relational database. Okay. So here you can say standard create, easy create. Easy create will have lesser options. Standard create will have more options. Okay, I'll select standard create. I just explained about all the 6 elements which Amazon supports. Amazon Aurora, please don't select. MySQL, you can select that. Yeah, you can select MySQL. MariaDB, you can see all the pictures. PostgreSQL, Oracle, and MS SQL. Just select MySQL. So stop me if you don't understand any of these things. There are several options here. There are several options. So once you select this MySQL, you will see the version of MySQL. No, sir, I want some other version. This is the stable version which has been highlighted and latest. So I want to select the previous one. You can select accordingly. You can choose this particular one. Templates. Just select free tier. All of you just select free tier. If you are using Canvas, you can select development test, but otherwise free tier. Okay. If you are using Canvas, then you can select development test, otherwise free tier. So I have selected free tier on behalf of you. Hold on. So availability and durability, since you have selected free tier, no multi-availability zone, no multi-availability. But if you have selected development and test, then you will get a lot of other options also, single display, multi-agent, etc. But since I'm selecting this one, free tier, no deployments on multi-availability zone. Means that parallel copies, 2 copies, 4 copies like that. I'll explain about all those things later. So now, what is your this DB instance identifier? If you want, you can leave it as it is, but whatever you are doing, just make a note. Just note down all the things. DB instance identifier is, I'm leaving as it is, database -1. Master username. If you want, you can leave it admin. Some people wants to have it as root. If you want, you can have like that. I'm using the same master username. Password, master password. What do you want to give? I give something which I'll note down that star I'm giving. Note down, don't forget. Okay. Otherwise later password is not working, sir. Like that, you may say master password. Write down in your notebook. Say star. You can give your own password, whatever you want. Scroll down. So now you can see this instance configuration. Always select T2 micro. T2 micro. If you are using Canvas, you can select T3 also. But here I select T2 micro on behalf of you. This is clear. Burstable classes T2.micro. Note down that. Again, I tell this is fully managed. You just define it here. Everything Amazon takes care. Storage. Always select general purpose SSD with 20 GB. Storage. General purpose. Okay. Earlier, someone has selected some other method and then he has given 1 TB or something. He got a bill of 7,000 or 8,000 rupees. 20 GB. 20 GB is it's okay. So he has here minimum is 20 GB maximum. You can go up to 30 GB also free time. Enable storage auto scaling. That's okay. That's okay. Even though we don't use, you can select this particular one as it is. Enable auto scaling can be left as it is. I'm writing here. Enable storage auto scaling leave as it is. Okay. Scroll down. Connectivity VPC leave default. Connectivity, especially VPC, leave as it is. We'll cover all these things in networking class, not now. Subnet group, if you leave it as it is, you can leave the entire part of connectivity as it is. Don't need to do anything. In public access, provide yes. Because for us, we need to go through only internet, public access. Yes. From okay, yes. This is very important. Earlier it is no, make it to yes. If you don't do it, then you cannot connect to the database. VPC security group, leave it to default. Note down. VPC.
What we should mention into the maximum storage threshold, we should leave it as it is, right? 1000.
Sorry, leave it. I'm writing here. You can see this one. Where is that?
It's not mentioned.
Yeah, I mentioned this auto scaling.
No, not auto scaling. I'm talking about the maximum storage threshold. It is mentioned 1000 GB.
Yeah, that's what it will leave as it is. Leave as it is means it is same auto scaling with that option. Default. VPC security group is also default. Availability zone, no preference. No preference. Leave as it is. Okay. Scroll down. Additional configuration. Extend that. Select that. So just ensure the port, database port is 3306. Don't change. Okay. So database port. Just make a note. Don't change. 3306. Most of the things are same only. Only you are giving master username password. So database authentication is password authentication only. Don't change. Scroll down. Expand your additional configuration. Okay, expand additional configuration. Right. So here you can write your initial database name. Maybe I can give the database name, the first database which you want to create. Maybe I can say a database name of my name. In your case, you can give whatever name you want. Right? Rest of the other things don't change anything. Okay, rest of the other things. Disable automated backup. Disable, untick that. Don't select this particular one. Even though it is not chargeable, but they're not required for us. So if you want automated backups, you can trigger automatically. It will take. Scroll down. Okay. And maintenance, enable auto minor version upgrade, leave as it is. Maintenance. Okay. Enable auto minor version upgrade. Leave as it is. Maintenance window, no preference. Leave it. Deletion protection, nothing. And also here monitoring, after the backup, there is a concept called a monitoring. That also disable. If it is enable, disable that. Disable enhanced monitoring. Scroll down. Scroll down. Maintenance window, no preference. Deletion protection, nothing required. Last is deletion protection. Yeah, all things done. You can see here 750 hours is free for you in a month and 12 months. 20 GB is free. 20 GB of automated backups also is free. So once all these things are done, you see this one, all the things. Again, I show you standard create, MySQL, version, retire, availability no, settings and DB identifier, database -1, credential settings admin, and master password is my name or my star I have given. You can give whatever you want. Note down. T2.micro is the instance. Storage class is SSD, that is 20 GB. Auto scaling, you can leave it as it is. Connectivity, default VPC. Public access should be yes from no. Okay. Choose existing VPC security group, that is leave default. Availability zone, no preference. Database ports, okay. 3306, leave it. Database password authentication. Database options. Here I need to give my name also, right? Anand is the name. Anand, database name. Provide that. I had noted down here, but I didn't write it over here. Initial database name. Just write that. Rest do not change. Do not change anything. And in backup, disable, monitoring, disable. All the things should be disabled here, especially log exports, etc., etc. And of course, this one you can leave as it is. Right. Once you are done, just create a database. Create a database. Yeah, any questions from anyone? So it is creating, the database is getting created very soon. Your database might take a few minutes to launch. So it will take approximately 5 to 10 minutes to get this database created. Yeah, any questions from anyone? All done? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. I mean, the data creation will start. Creation will start. So, yeah. For today, I'm pausing here. Tomorrow, straight away, we will try to do the connectivity from the backend. Okay. Don't delete the database which you have created. Don't delete the database. Leave it as it is. Tomorrow, I'll show you how you can, what we call as, connect to the database which you have created. Is this clear? Do not delete that. You can practice the other things on Canvas or whatever it is, and then whatever you want, you can do the other things which you have discussed. Okay, leave the database as it is. Tomorrow, once after connectivity, you can see the tables and of course the whatever is the values which are there. I have shown the sandbox. You can start doing all the exercises in the sandbox also. So it is creating, it will take some time. So how you can log off? Okay, you can just sign out and then otherwise you can close this one also. Don't, I mean, what we call as end lab. If you do end lab, the resources gets terminated. The resources gets terminated.
Sir, means if someone is click on the end lab, and if he want to again start the lab, he can do that.
You can start. You can start and you can again redo.
Okay.
Redo. That any number of times you can do. This sandbox is there meant for you to do all these things. So yes, I mentioned that in RDS. Please do this one. Enhancing monitor is not supported. You must uncheck. Multi-agents are not supported. You have to follow the precautions. So you can select Aurora, you can select MySQL, PostgreSQL, and MariaDB. Only these 4. Other things he has not given. EBS volumes up to 100 GB has given in this particular one, but in FreeTAR it is only 20 GB. You can select T2 micro, T3 in the name of micro, medium also. These are the conditions for you all to do this particular RDS. Right? So, yeah, tomorrow we will complete this lab. I'm just leaving it. I'm just signing it out. Even though you sign out, the resources won't get terminated. I didn't do on FreeTAR. I had shown you in Sandbox environment. Yeah, any other questions before we sign off? Please practice well all the other exercise also. Tomorrow we should be completing this RDS exercise. Still more are there exercises we have to do, like DynamoDB we have, and of course we have to learn many other things in RDS itself, in database itself. So, okay, that's all from me for today. We'll again meet tomorrow evening, same time, but just to ensure that your book, start reading. Second thing is that complete your Canvas signing in process and then just explore the things. Maybe you can use Sandbox and start doing the exercise also. Right? No charges will be levied if you are doing in Sandbox because based on the terms and conditions. Right? Thank you everyone and bye.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.